What's up, everybody? I'm back again. This is your boy Michael, aka 50. Uh, I just wanted to start today by saying I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna show myself some grace today. I'm gonna show myself a little gratitude today. Uh, this is I've been recording for a little over a week now, and you'll see if you've been watching any of my videos. Shoot it in the bed, and then I finally sat up on the bed, and now I'm trying to change things that I want around me. Part of evolution. Things are going to still get better as please continue to watch. But as far as I'm trying to make this better, and I think the reason why I want to give myself a little bit of a thank you today, I was watching a video, and I think it's important that we all find our own motivation and what motivates us. And that's the journey that I'm currently on now, my best person. And the reason why I want to thank myself is because I went through a lot. My daughter sent me a video or just a little caption the other day, and it was a video of a show that they're about to have on HBO called Surviving Jehovah's. And I was like, that's a thing, because I've said on this podcast before, this YouTube before that, that was a tough part of my life. But to see that it was a tough part in other people's lives was understandable. And it's something I got through. It was something that was very hard for me because I felt like I didn't get to live a life that I deserved. It didn't set me up with the things that I could have had. I it, I was talking to that person I told you about at Trader Joe's. As far as I feel like God gives the poor religion and He gives the rich, education, and that's my personal viewpoint. That's just how I see things. Because when you have an education, you put things in a proper place. When you're poor, you put all your hope in God. And when my hope was I would die pretty soon, at a young age of 4. And I'm counting on this year of 1914 and this number of 144,000 to mean that my life, I had to wait for these 144,000 people to be collected. Okay. So once this number reached 144,000, I think the Great Tribulation was. There's all these things that, in all honesty, I never understood. And that's what made being a part of that religion things were going on. I just didn't understand. The only thing I knew was it was death was coming. Uh, I had to be different than everybody else, and that I had to go do things that I didn't want to do. I had to get in front of people and say things I didn't know. I had to go knock on people's doors and introduce myself. That's what gave me a fear of other people. And I don't know. I think I'm showing gratitude to myself because I made it out. I did things that I didn't have to do. And if you're a Jehovah's Witness watching this, uh, something that was going on whenever I was growing up. It was like we'd always see that the Jehovah's Witnesses would crash out the hardest. If anybody went out and started living life, they went out the hardest. Because guess what? We were trying to do everything that we never got to do. And guess what? A lot of stuff was fun. Having sex was fun. Uh, Talking to people was fun. Playing sports with other people was fun. Associating with other people was fun. Learning other things was fun. And so it's like, yeah, you get burned out when you don't have a balance. And I crashed out also, just a couple of years ago. I had an accident that could have killed me, really. And I think I did die in that car crash. My son told me, like, Dad, you survived because you're still supposed to be here. And I didn't believe that then. I believe that now. I believe in me now. I believe I have a purpose now. And before, when you're growing up in that, you don't believe you have a purpose. You just know that your purpose is to die. And then you're going to live forever in a paradise earth. And all this stuff you don't understand. Okay, what's so fun about earth if you can't do anything that you want to do? Because everything else look more fun than handing out a watchtower and a wait, giving public talks, trying to collect 60, 90 hours. I never understood. Either way, I want to give myself a little gratitude. I want to say thank you. You made it to that. You're making it to your next level. You're pursuing the things that you want to pursue. You're taking care of the things that you want to take. You're going to be the person that you want to be. I am the type of person. I'm having to remind myself the things that I do, the things that I eat, the way that I associate. Everything that I choose is that's who I am. I'm very happy to be that person. Very happy to be able to have the resolve within myself to make it this far, to have made it through some of the things. Everything has been a learning lesson, and I made it through it. And I think this goes out to anyone who's been in the position that I've been in. You can make it out too. And it's not about the religion. This is just about having self belief and then taking action. And you're your own. Nobody's coming to do anything for you. You can keep on depending on death, and death is what you will have. But in the meantime, do something for yourself. Get up, go do something. Be afraid and do it anyway. This is scary for me. I've always been an introvert. I've always been somebody, those things scarred me. I have trauma. I didn't even realize what trauma was. But those things were trauma for me, having to go to somebody's store, having to introduce myself, having to ask somebody for X amount of dollars or for a donation, or go out in the cold, go out in the rain. That stuff was horrible for me. And then to not understand it. And then to have all these other people who were not brainwashed, so we're just bought in. I don't hold anything against them. I just wonder how they feel now. Again, that's just me this morning. Um, Giving myself some grace. I want to say thank you, Michael, for standing up to yourself. I want to say thank you, Michael, for giving yourself some grace that you only knew what you knew. And you had to go through it. You were a kid, so you had to follow your parents' direction. And I'm thankful for my mom. She didn't know. She didn't love it either. It was my stepdad who it changed his life, and he made a good life for my family and for my mom. So I'm glad for her. And it's not something that I have to worry about. Now I want to worry about me and mine for the rest of my life, my family, the things that I apologize for all the wrongs that I've done in this life to try to get to here, but all those things have made me the person I am today. And that is fantastic. I love me today. And I don't know that I could have said that. I couldn't have said that to you. I didn't know who me was 2 years ago. I didn't know who I was. I had no purpose. I was walking around on eggshells. I managed this company, and I had a lot of people who had lived some pretty rough lives up under me, and I was handling them, I feel, in the best way that I could, or in a way that I was surprised. And I want to thank me for getting through that, and I want to apologize for them for being probably a bit of a dickhole. And pardon my French, but I speak parlez-vous, ghetto style. Uh, but either way, look, sometimes give yourself some grace. You don't know what you're going through till you get through it. And then sometimes you have to look back and go, damn, all that, find the lesson in it. There's a lesson in it. That's why we're here. There's a purpose in everything that you go through. It's a lesson that you needed to learn. There's a lesson to get to where you're going to. And if you're lucky, you learn that lesson and you get to bask in what the result from the lesson was. Right now, that's my intention. I want to be a source of information, but I also want to keep learning. I want to go be all the things that I was scared to be before. I'm not scared of people anymore. I love people. I love trying to understand people. Man, I hated reading the Watchtowers and Awakes and Bibles and everything. Man, I'm reading a book. I'm on a reading streak now um, that I'm proud of. I read every day. I'm doing things every day. I exercise every day. I eat right every day. And I wish I knew that that was more possible before. I felt that there was. Either way, today was just a little bit of gratitude to myself. I hope y'all like how things are changing. I know my subscribers and viewership is very low right now. I'm okay with that. I'm trying to get this right so that when people finally meet the me that meets them, I want them to enjoy it. I want them to be able to take the most out of it instead of being distracted. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. If you like what you're hearing or want to hear more, just like, click subscribe, whatever. I'm going to be doing this every day. I have a plan. I have growth in mind for all of it. But either way, this is your boy 50.